New breed? That's to the world over. Yeah, forever. I'm breaking generational curses. The wealth gap is merging. Half the city, they know me through these Israelite conversions. I think we have a disturbance, lights off in the churches. I see behind the curtains. I ain't scared of none of you serpents. I was bred for this. Might just lose my head for this. Holy Spirit activate. Bless me with a seven sense. We strapped up, yeah, we well equipped. People turning devilish. Here comes Judah. Tell a friend that tell a friend. Rise up and fight. Don't let them take you out your element. Carry this cross. I'ma take you where you never been. They minds are corroded, eye sockets full of locusts. Lying while I'm shining, they can never take my focus. These rappers is bogus, rap style insidious. Listen to them close, you can hear how evil they really is. I pray to rap for God, or you and your affiliates. Been watched since a child, they know about my lineage. Yeah, I'm full blood, bred for the war. Every time they take away, all he do is give us more. They cold blood, piercing with the sword. Let the Lord sort them out, or let their hearts hit the floor. You either with me or against me, 100 or you 50. I'll replace you, don't you tempt me. Sometimes I feel empty, tell the world to come and get me. Got this Henny on the rocks, reading Revelations, then I look up at the clock. They feel the devastation when they make they self a op. Let the dead bury the dead, yeah, let them niggas rot. I've been galvanized, slandered, and so despised. Now I rise, hit the surface like a strong tide. Can't touch me, I'll cut you like some barbed wire. Going in this book and get it popping like a fish fry. Make the matrix get a glitch when I spit mine. Crossing over thin lines in these end times. Trying to find balance, drinking wine out this chalice. Anything worth having is gonna come with a challenge. I'm a glutton for pain. Matter of fact, I'm an addict. Every time I suffer, I'm coming back more savage. I'm full blood, bred for the war. Every time they take away, all he do is give us more. They cold blood, piercing with the sword. Let the Lord sort them out, or let their hearts hit the floor. They be talking, they don't wanna go to war. When the sky open up, let them bodies hit the floor. Christ is coming and that line about to roar. Repentance and no more, that's required of the Lord. These vocal cords be on fire, feel the force. I'm a life of no divorce, there's a riot in the chorus. Sky high, fly through lightning, watch me soar. They be hating cause we on, and they scared to pay it for. They be pacing, curse the day that we was born. But it's too late cause it's on.
Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream, giving you that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. Yeah. Welcome to another broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. I see y'all rolling in the chat. Peace and blessings. I see Aaron Vargas in the house. Young Gene, J. Rule E. Banks. No Limit in the building. Our house. Pressed by Deja. I see you. Chris 77. $1 Million Vibes. Hello. Glad y'all catching another stream. We're going to be bringing out some real pivotal info this evening. There's a lot going on in hip-hop media. There's a lot going on in the news. And, you know, anytime I cover any type of celebrity news whatsoever, there's going to be layers to it. There's going to be a lot that we can learn from the news that I cover. And this particular stream is no different. Man, Coolio recently passed away. His death seems to be shrouded in mystery. There's a lot going on around his death. And it's been brought to my attention that brother Coolio has actually been exposed in the industry. I mean, he's been going in. His last live stream that he did was rather ominous. It was kind of daunting. It pressed down on my conscience what he was saying. And he who have ears, let him hear. Because I'm going to be sharing the sources today. Also, little Boosie. He out here speaking the truth, man. And he's being put in hot water from the letter gang because of it. And we got to talk about that as well, because he said something that I immediately thought when Netflix decided to make the Dahmer horror series. I don't know if it's horror, thriller. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it seems that the United Snakes of America always romanticize with violent murderers. They really do. They really have a love relationship with violent murderers. And what sets Jeffrey Dahmer aside is that he was a violent murderer that was also playing for the other team, brutally, savagely dealing with melanated men, murdering them and eating them. In a moment where they launched that show, I thought to myself, this show right here needs to be banned. This show right here is disgusting. This show right here is to further promote basically mental or psychological warfare on the melanated people in general, showing us being basically brutalized by, and I'm not here to play the race card, but let's make this clear. These images speak a thousand words, a million words when you have a Caucasian man R-wording or even dealing with same-sex relations with our people, killing them and eating them. That's psychological warfare on another level, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's what was done in slavery. A lot of people don't understand there's a hidden history where barbecues, where they would have barbecues and they would actually eat our people. They would eat the melanated man. And of course, we know that the Greeks and the Romans, the Idumeans, the Highlanders, the Satanists, the Luciferians, and the Masons who found this place, we know that they introduced that particular lifestyle to our young men in slavery. So, you know, when Boosie said what he said, it's like the whole world, the whole entire Black community should have taken heed. And I'm going to play what he said. I'm going to play exactly what he said, and we're going to talk about it. But first and foremost, man, we got to talk about Coolio, man. We got to talk about Coolio. And I want everybody to mash the thumbs up button. Everybody mash the thumbs up button on your way in. Show respect for the stream. Now, I'm going to, with no further ado, I'm going to actually share my screen with you all. Y'all give me one moment. Let's pull this up. Let's see. We're going to talk about Coolio. Coolio's biggest fear on what the industry is doing. Let's see. Let me pull this up. Let's see here. I got so many tabs open. Hold on. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right. Coolio's biggest fear on what the industry is doing to hip hop. Now, I'm going to play some of this one, and then there's another one I would like to go to is two videos that he done, two streams that he done right before his passing, and this is one of them. And I'm going to play this one and chime in.
Man, that's really, really tight, bro. And I just got hip to their music recently. And I'm proud of the young brothers, man. I'm proud of what they're doing, man. They you know, they lyrical, and you know, of course the young goat, Kendrick is just continuously makes strides and does things. Felt like the culture was being completely destroyed, and people was not doing the right things, and then of course, you know, somebody came in and lifted it back up. So I'm really happy about where. Hold
on, let's go.
When they stopped selling CDs and albums and tapes, and the being able to physically go to a store and buy music, that's yes, sir. We should never let that happen. We should have never let that happen. I don't know why we did it. I don't know why people just
hold on.
Listen to if our phones are disconnected from it. Do you think about that?
Ooh, murder, death, kill right there, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That's the shit right there. I hadn't even really thought of that. So you know what? Just because you said that, I'm gonna make sure that I
what, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think I have the right interview pulled up. Y'all really gotta forgive me for this. I think I actually pulled the wrong one up. I got so many tabs open, so please forgive me. Be patient with me. It's been a while since I actually been on this StreamYard, operating all these things. And by the way, fair use, federal law allows citizens to redistribute portions of copyright material for the purposes of teaching, edification, and so forth. And by the way, my condolences go for Coolio and his family. Earlier I actually, when I covered his death, they actually hit me with a copyright infringement just for singing his song, and I done altered the words and everything. They hit me with a copyright infringement from Sony Records. So I really truly believe that Sony Records is really just trying to eat off of this man's death. Because even if you harmonize in his song, the melody alone, they're hitting people with copyrights. So that's a big telltale sign that something to do with the label that they're really, really in on. And I want to say this while I'm at it, if it's anybody from his family that catches my live stream and can prove that they're connected to his family, I don't mind sharing revenue from my videos that I'm covering on Coolio. I don't mind sharing the revenue with the actual family. But when it comes to these record labels, I'd rather demonetize the video than actually share revenue with them. And that's just how I feel about that. I just wanted to bring that up there. Now, let me see. Let me get the right interview. I really do apologize. I thought I had this thing in order, but it is what it is. This one right here is Coolio's intense last Instagram video. This is the one I would like to share with y'all. And if you can, brothers and sisters, just thumb the video up. And thank y'all for y'all's patience, by the way. Let's see. His last Instagram interview, right before his death.
With the flow. What's happening with DMX and it's not good. So that was my homie.
Oh, come on now. All right, let's get that.
We get to kick as much as I would have liked. We got kicked like a handful of times so far. But I was looking forward to, hanging out with him again sometime, Like brings it to your attention, right? Okay. What I'm cool on today is when something is obviously wrong, or you see something going on, and then somebody brings it to your attention, right? And then you sit there and argue them down about how it's not true. I'm cool on that. For real. Because some things are make believe, some things are fictional, some things are fake. And some things we don't know about. But if something is obvious, whether you've done the research or not, if something is obvious.
Now, mind you, this is off brink of another interview where Coolio was saying that the industry has a lot of dark, sinister things going on, from the homosexual activity and how he's been approached with certain things. And now he's saying that he's basically pointing out the blaring, overwhelming darkness that's in the industry. And it's obvious. It's not something that you can really combat. He knows it's there. He knows it's something that's just operating on the left-hand side, and you really can't tell him no different, but people will try to argue of what he's actually seeing. And and a lot of times Coolio brung out in interviews that he wasn't scared to die. He actually said that he was not scared to die. He just didn't want anybody to harm his family. He said that in a recent interview as well. And I think what was happening is that he was breaking the oath. He didn't want to have fellowship with darkness, so he was reproving them. That's what it really seems like, in my opinion. And now we get to see firsthand how things are. Amos 3:7 says, surely the Lord God will do nothing, but if he revealeth his secrets unto his prophets first, his servants first. And then when you go to 1 Corinthians 2:10, it reads, but God hath revealed them unto us by his spirit, for the spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. So even though somebody can be a part of that industry, when the Most High want to reveal something to you, he gonna reveal it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Then why would you argue about it? Okay? Now y'all can go home and drink your androchrome.
He said, now y'all can go home and go ahead and drink your androchrome. Listen, he was talking about they were drinking adrenochrome. Of course, he pronounced it different, but he's talking about that adrenochrome. He's exposing the industry. He knows these things to be real. And this is his final interview. This is his final live stream. He's talking about the rituals that's taking place in the industry. Colossians 1:26, even a mystery which have been hid from ages and from generations, but now is made manifest to his saints. Because what they fail to realize is in Coolio's death, he's actually proving that all of these conspiracies are true. See, if you kill a person for bringing this out, it proves that what they're saying is true. Yep. Somebody said, and Dharma actually drunk blood in the show. Yep. Oh, it's all connected. That's how the industry moving. And ladies and gentlemen, tap the like button. Tap it or don't tap it. It really doesn't matter, because if we don't get the right stats, then the video will just abruptly be placed on Patreon. That's just how we're going to do. Let's continue.
I'm cool on that. Shaka Zulu, man.
He's upset.
He said, I'm cool on that, Shaka Zulu, man. Meaning I'm not fitting to get involved with what y'all doing. It's certain rituals that I'm not going to be fitting to be doing. That's pretty much what Coolio was saying. It's certain rituals that he not going to be involved with. And, it's real interesting about his death, man. It's real interesting that Coolio died at the age of 59. His birthday is August 1st. He died on 9/28/22, exactly 59 days after his birthday. And not to mention the date 9/28/22 literally equals 59 if you add those numbers together. So he died 59 days after his birthday at the age of 59. 9/28/22 equals 59. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a kill in gematria. It really does sound like a ritual. It seems like when these certain artists say certain things out of their mouth, it's only a matter of time. And the way the fraternal order operates, the way these Masons operate, it seems like they have to actually get at these artists in a certain time span, and it has to be done under the aligning of certain stars, and it has to be numerology involved. So, and the man doesn't look 50. Somebody say he doesn't look 59. He really doesn't. He didn't look like a person that would just die of heart failure. And the news reminds you, they're not telling you how this man died. They're not telling you how this man passed on. They're saying it's expected to be heart failure. But after an autopsy comes out, we should know whether or not he had a clogged artery of some sort, which caused heart failure. TMZ is always the first on the scene. And it just screams foul play. It screams foul play, man. It really does.
Yo, what's up? This Coolio with the flow.
What's happening with DMX and no, it's not good. So that was my homie.
The 90s in the
I'm not sure why this person put DMX in it. That couldn't have been his last interview. There's one particular interview I really got to look forward to. I thought I had the right one, but I'm going to pull this up, y'all. Y'all really got to bear with me because this interview is so telling, yo. And I want everybody to thumb the stream up. This interview is very, very telling. Let's see. All right. All right, y'all give me one moment. Y'all over here like, man, Bree, you need to get it together. Nah, y'all gotta bear with me because it's been a while since I've been operating this day on StreamYard. I've been working on music a lot. Let me see. Hold up. Is this the one? Oh no, let's not do that because they got his music in it. Let's see. Cut it. Hold on real quick. Somebody said, Bree, you human, bro. Sometimes things happen. Yeah, it's weird because I'm thinking the video that I had where he was saying certain things, I'm thinking it actually got removed because I had it in my Instagram inbox and it's not there no more. So now I'm trying to look for it on other platforms. But it was an interview with those same guys that he's sitting there with. It was a pretty much broken down into about 10 minutes where he was saying like, look, I'm not afraid to die. I'm just worried about something happening to my family. And it's like, now it's like that video is missing. It's not even in my inbox no more. So this is why we having this issue. I had sent it to myself and now it's not there no more. And I'm thinking that it has been removed. That's what it actually looks like. It's been removed. I'm gonna check something else. See, the enemy's working, man. I'm gonna try. I really got to show y'all this video. I'm gonna try something else to get a hold of it. Let me see here. It's got to be another way to get to this video, bro. I had so many people sending me videos in a day's time. Sometimes I get overloaded with stuff. Damn, yo, I think they really removed it, bro. That's crazy. Yep, it is not there no more. Yeah, but that's how it goes down, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, the man was definitely talking about death, and he was definitely talking about, he's worried about his family. I might have to do a revamp version of this video once I can get a hold of it, of that footage. Somehow they really removed it. So they don't want that particular video going out. They really don't want it going out. It just kind of is what it is, though. Somebody said, look, Hip Hop Uncensored, the interview is still up. Is it on Hip Hop Uncensored? Let me check Hip Hop Uncensored. Oh man, I don't even see it. I see Comega on there dropping a reel about Coolio's passing. Somebody says on Hip Hop Uncensored. Let me see. I don't think that's where I seen it. Hold up. Let's
But can you kind of go there, being as though you were in the belly of the beast in the music industry?
Yeah, I think this is it right here, bro. Dang. I'm gonna play the audio. I got the audio for y'all, man. Hey, thanks for the April Mooney. Thanks for the $250 super stickers. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me, man. Like, it's crazy because I had this video. Listen to what he's saying here.
I've read about all of that, and I only can say my truth. You would think that with the height of success that I had and the things I was able to do, the amount of records I sold, and actually the amount of, I don't want to say political power, but the amount of social power that
That's real talk. The amount of social power he had. Now listen to him. This is it right here. This is what I was looking for.
That I was able to achieve. You would think that I would be a prime candidate for just to be, so we could call it something, to be a member of the Illuminati or a member of the elite society or whatever. You would think that they would come at me, and I think they did it sideways though. Nobody never got at me directly and said.
But can you kind of go there, being as though you were in the belly of the beast in the music industry?
Oh, they're not playing the whole thing, man. No, man. They're not playing the whole thing. They stopped it right there, man. It was going to get good. They don't have the whole thing anymore. They only have that brief clip. That's crazy, bruh. No, but he goes on to say basically they came at him with the sideways homosexual behavior. And then the man goes on to say that he's not scared to die for what he believes in. And that only thing he's afraid of if they hurt his family. Like, so he felt like somebody was after him, bro. Like that part, the most telling part of the video, they took it down. So I think Hollywood is scrubbing the internet. I really wish I could have been able to do this earlier so I could play that particular video, that footage. But they literally they took it down. They literally just cropped that one part. I had the full video earlier. The full video is no longer available, y'all. But he was saying he was afraid. He didn't say he was afraid. He said he wasn't afraid, but he didn't want nobody to harm his family, as if he kind of knew something was going to happen. Yeah. Tora Helms, thanks for the $10 contribution. She says the fact that they are hiding it speaks volumes. Stay out of that industry. Real talk. Yeah, it really does seem like they're hiding what he said. Maximus said it's still up. If anybody have that video clip, share it right now. Share it in the chat. You allowed to spam it in the chat because I cannot find that video. I do not see that video no more. I literally had it earlier. Geraldo, thanks for the $10 super sticker. Highly appreciate it. Thanks, bro, for the support. Somebody said, I found the video, but the voice is sped up. Share it in the chat. Even the voice sped up, just so y'all know that I'm not like making up what he said. Thanks, Jacqueline. Says Newbury, you have good intentions to bring it out in the open. Yeah, I really want to play that part so people can know where he stood and what he was saying. Thanks for the $5 contribution. Jalen says they also scrubbed the demons that were at the Travis Scott concert. It's no surprise at this point. Yeah, real talk. All right, I see it. All right, I see Shy. Dang, it won't let me click on it as a link. What? Damn, it won't let me click on it as a link. I thought it would have, but it won't. Where'd you find that? Shy, what link is that? What channel is it on? Or send it, yeah, send it to my IG. Send it directly to my IG. That's the way to go about it. Now we gotta react to that, bro. Yeah, if you got that video, send it to my IG. Somebody said, yeah. Somebody said go to Coolio predicted his death. See, I think that video somebody got his music in it though. The one that says Coolio predicted his death, I can't have nothing with his music on it. Hold on, let me see. I think I might have it here.
Food Core, help nourish.
Yeah, I think this might be it. Hold up real quick.
For 100,000.
Let me see.
All of that.
Yes, this is it. This is it right here. All right, let me share the screen with y'all. Hold up. All right. And everybody, if you can, just smash that like button. All right, Coolio breaks the oath, disturbing acts he was asked to perform. All right, disturbing sex acts he was asked to perform. Now listen carefully, y'all.
I only can say my truth, and you would think that with the height of success that I had and the things I was able to do, the amount of records I sold, and actually the amount of I don't want to say political power, but the amount of social power that I was able to achieve, you would think that I would be a prime candidate for.
And see, this is what I want artists to recognize too. When you have a #1 hit record and you on top of the charts, you have a lot of social and political power. And the powers that be, they know that. They know that you have high influence over the world. So Coolio was thinking, he would have thought he would have been prime candidate because of his success. But look how they came at him. Look how the devil moves meticulously.
Just to be, so we can call it something to be a member of the Illuminati or a member of the elite society or whatever. You would think that they would come at me, and I think they did it sideways though. Nobody never got at me directly and said, "We want you to join us, and we're doing this."
Yo, Coolio did not look 60 years old, bro. It looked like he was taking care of himself.
That's never happened. But I will tell you, I've had motherfuckers come at me on some weirdo shit, like on some gay shit. I've had motherfuckers come at me on some, "Oh, you should do this" type shit. And I was like, "What? Man, why the fuck would I do that? That make no sense." I view that as being inhuman. I view that as I would never do that. So, and then right when there was some things that I was trying to do that I felt were important, things that I felt would help other people.
He was trying to help his people. Listen, that's part of breaking the oath right there. Anytime you want to get back to your people and you have sign on those contracts to serve these other nations, and you really want to give back, you want to do some type of outreach program, you want to actually touch your community and give something, let it be known that's breaking the oath. They rather you just stunt and floss on your people. They rather you just leave your people in the wind. Coolio, he had things that he wanted to do. He probably had jobs that he wanted to create. And that's pretty much playing with fire in that industry. That's why it ain't no point in getting involved in that, man. It's demonic. The frequency there is not going to allow you to help your people. That right there alone will make you an enemy to that industry. Straight up.
Shit started happening to me. Went to jail for some bullshit.
So things just started happening, man. I'm telling you, the man was getting targeted. He was being targeted just for trying to help his people. Things started happening to him, man.
Got convicted. Well, not necessarily convicted, but because I didn't do no time, no real time, but little shit started happening, you know? And I didn't even address the shit really, because who the fuck? When you know, and when you're a celebrity, bro, when something happens, whether it's true or it's not true, once it's been said, for most people it's true.
So they was conducting smear campaigns on him because he wanted to go back and help his people. They was creating whole smear campaigns. I mean, how many more of these people that we got to see this same thing happen to, from the likes of DMX, Cat Williams, and anybody else who tries to do something for their people? It's straight up character assassination each and every time. That's how it works. That's why it's better to get it from the ground up without signing on the deal, man, without signing to no labels. Let me break it down to you like this. The way the Most High works, he builds you up very slowly. The Most High gives you the slow, tough grind. But once you receive your reward from the heavens, once the Lord give you something, it's eternal. You have humble beginnings, rough beginnings even, but at the end, whatever you build up, you'll be ready for it. And they cannot stop what you are building. They cannot put a halt to it. They cannot break it because it was given from the Creator. But on the flip side, Satan like to give you everything at one time and make sure that your ending is tragic. So, you know, the devil, he'll just throw everything, the rudiments of this world, everything, just for you to sign on a dotted line, for you to sign on that deal. He'll bless you with everything. But at the end, it's always going to be tragic, bro. Seriously.
Because people don't do research to find out if something is true about a person or not. Whatever they hear, they deem it to be truth. So I didn't go hard on, I didn't do that. I didn't do this. I didn't do that.
So he just allowed the smear campaigns to just go on. He ain't really address it, which can be detrimental too, because, you know, when you address certain things, just like you got haters out here and you got people who lie on you. If you address a lie and try to argue with something that's not true, it's always going to make you look guilty. So that's something you can actually learn. When somebody's lying on your name, when somebody is trying to create character assassination and spread your name through the streets, listen, don't even entertain it, because you're going to give power to it. You're giving power to the demons and the devils out there. Real talk.
Ever happened, I just let the shit die down, continued on my life. Also, I'm at a point right now in my life where there's a lot of shit I know that I want to tell people. It's a lot of things that I want to teach, but I'm afraid. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm scared because I got 4 grandchildren. And I got.
He says a lot of things he want to preach, a lot of things he want to tell people, but he afraid because he got 4 grandchildren. So the man wanted to be around for his grandchildren. And you could tell that's a man who tried to take decent care of himself to be around for his grandchildren. And he knew it came with a price. It came with a price to just speak the truth, bro. Just to put out there what's going on. And better believe people was listening. It was people behind the scenes hearing exactly what he was saying. And they looked at him as a risk. He was threatening the establishment.
And I got children that are in this world. I got people I care about. And
Adam, look at what I got.
Is that the new iPhone 14 Pro?
Here we go with that. Let's let this ad go through. Yeah, I need to go ahead and get the paid YouTube version. Stop loading.
That don't necessarily believe what I believe.
Yeah.
And I'm not, I have no fear of death. And I think that
he said, I have no fear of death. So he know what comes with speaking the truth. He knew that without one of these agents coming directly to him, he knew what the price of speaking the truth is.
Those that would oppose my beliefs, they've probably done enough. If somebody's after me or if somebody's watching me,
yep,
then they know enough about me to know that I have no fear of death.
So he says, if somebody's watching me, listen, the man was being gang stalked, ladies and gentlemen. The man knew that somebody was watching to make a statement like, yo, well, if somebody watching me or not, they know I ain't afraid of death. That's defense talk. That means you know that it's something going on around you. It's an ominous feeling like, yo, I feel like I'm being watched. So it's like the brother knew. He knew that he had to say what he was saying. He knew he had to say what he was saying, man.
So killing me don't mean shit. It just confirms that what I said was true.
Exactly. He said, killing me don't mean nothing. It just confirms what I said was true. So this is why I'm putting this out there, because I know that this man wanted us to know that this is true, that you don't want to get involved with that industry, that it's always going to come back around to bite you at the end. And the fact is that it's really a dark place. This is somewhere that all you inspiring artists, all you rappers, singers, and so forth, you do not want to get involved with that industry. You don't want to sell your soul for anything. You can get it on your own. There's multiple ways to make a living for yourself. He knew that in his death, there will be proof on the table. And anytime there's proof, I'm going to put the proof out there. I'm going to put the proof out there. I'm going to put the facts out there. Coolio is exposing the industry, man.
But I do have a fear of them hurting my family. So I'm quiet about certain things.
He said, I have a fear of them hurting my family. So he's quiet about certain things.
I don't talk about everything I know because I don't want nobody in my family to hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nothing to happen to my people. And if I owe them anything, I owe that to them. I owe them their lives to be able to live their life and not have.
Yo, they owe the fans an explanation. Listen, all the fans of Coolio, family of Coolio, you need to be requesting that autopsy report that needs to be put on the table. We need to get a cause of death. We need to understand why this happened to this man like that. He's telling you right here, he's letting it be known that this industry will come back for you just for trying to do something for your people. Perhaps that's what happened to Nipsey too. Maybe it just wasn't a lone gunman or just some gangbanger politics. I truly believe that the Masons have to give gangbangers the green light to take certain artists out. I feel like every single artist that's killed is a hit from the uppers. I'm really beginning to feel it. I don't think these events are isolated whatsoever. They operate in high sorcery, mathematics, and numerology. And if they feel like an artist is a threat, yeah, even Young Dolph, if they feel like an artist is a threat, I believe they'll let the streets get to you. They'll sanction it. Because let's make this clear. If you kill an artist and you wasn't sanctioned, You done just took money out of the record label's pockets. Now, let me say that again. If you kill an artist and that hit was not sanctioned by higher ups, you know, those people who more than likely got life insurance policies on these artists, if it wasn't sanctioned because that artist was at the height of their career, better believe they're going to send the FBI, CIA, and they're going to punish whoever took out their $1 million baby. They're going to punish them to the highest extent of the law. They're going to punish them. Anytime you see these guys getting away with murder, anytime you see these so-called lone gunmen and these assailants fleeing the scene, never to be caught and things of that nature, you better believe it was a hit because they feel like that artist is worth more dead than alive. Seriously.
Not be subjected to any type of harm because of something I did or said. It's already happened once. You know, my oldest son did some time in prison, and he shouldn't have. It was his first offense. And I was going to court, and I seen people having cases that were way worse than his, and not even being their first offense, and them getting off. And they didn't have a better lawyer than he had. Some of them had fucking PDs.
So he felt like they were already punishing his child because he wouldn't bow to the industry. He felt like they were already punishing his son to keep him in line.
But they got off because, well, whether they got off or not, it didn't matter to the world now. But by them doing what they did to my son, it made me kind of shut the fuck up. I stopped talking about what I was talking about at that time because I felt like I was being, listen, I could be making this shit up in my head. It could be something. I realized that.
No, he's not making it up in his head. There's a looming darkness in that industry. And they got people watching. He knew that he couldn't say certain things. He knew he couldn't help his people.
I will never know whether it's true or not. But just to make sure that it didn't happen again, I backed off. And now let me say, when I backed off, shit stopped happening. So I'm more inclined to believe that maybe I was right. You know, I mean, like I said, I can't say if it's true or not, but like I said, those things stopped happening to me. That kind of shit stopped happening to me. I stopped getting them weird messages. I stopped getting them weird
He's talking about the weird messages and the weird emails, bro. Y'all see these daggone ads every time he hits something real pivotal. But let's talk about those weird messages and those weird emails. That's part of the gang stalking program, man. The man was a targeted individual. Coolio was being targeted, man. They was watching their brother. They knew that in the height of his success, he seen certain things and knew certain things. And typically, man, when you age and you grow wiser and you take the stature of an elder as somebody who's made it to a certain level, you want to go ahead and wake some of your people up. That's only natural. But the industry wasn't having that.
You know, I stopped having.
He talking about them attachment files. He talking about the scam calls. He talking about the emails that's trying to steal your identity. He talking about having your social media hacked through email accounts. I know what he's talking about.
And that feeling of being watched.
And that feeling of being watched. And that feeling of being watched. Lord knows I know what he's talking about. And that feeling of being watched. For those who don't think gang stalking and organized mobbing is real, you have no idea what's going on in society. As much as I show people that they hire individual agents for investigative surveillance jobs, and they pay them just like they paying a Walmart employee to watch people. It's done all across the states, and it's done on every level. And for those who don't think it's real and think that when I be making videos about gang stalking targeted individuals, that I'm just some kind of crackpot and I just be making this stuff up. Listen, let me tell you right now. Everybody can't be going through the same thing and it be some type of hoax. You got citizens on patrol. You got neighborhood watch. And I'm not saying this for people to be nervous, but here's the thing. We got to know it's a reality so we can get armored up and prayed up in the spirit of the Most High. Because when you know what you're going against, when you know what you're fighting, you know how much you got to tap into those scriptures. You know how much you got to walk a narrow path, the road less traveled. Because even in the event of one's demise, you want to make it to the kingdom to come. You know what I'm saying? You want to be practicing this word. You want to make sure you're in good standings. And you want to pray for your protection, for the protection of yourself and your family. And see, Coolio's a man. He's the type of man that I feel kind of the same way. I wouldn't mind if something had happened to me personally. If my family's straight, it don't matter. So I kind of feel where he's coming from with that part. But it's wicked out here. It's a wicked world we living in, man. It's a very wicked, sick world out here with some demented people out here. Straight up.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's what it is. But at the same time, I often wonder why if people get on the internet and they say shit.
And listen, I'm not promoting fear at all. Kill all fear. You shouldn't be afraid of anything. And the gang stalkers, weirdos, and perpetrators know we ain't afraid. They know that we're not afraid. We've been through way too much to be afraid. We've been through too much to be afraid. Ain't no fear. But at the same time, we're going to take the necessary precautions. Get to the right environment. If you persecuted in one place, flee into the next. Keep it moving. Keep these devils off balance. Stay close to the Most High. Take care of yourself. So they can't give you no reasons. You know what I mean? They can't place no random reason on you.
Just for attention. Or they make up shit so that people will want to listen to what they have to say. And I bet you in at least 70, 85%, 70 to 80% of the times, they're doing it to get some fucking attention.
Okay.
And then 10% of the time, people are telling the truth. You know, I've seen some crazy shit. I seen some crazy shit, bro. I seen some shit like, wow. I seen some shit that made me go, what the fuck? Is this really happening right now? Yeah.
Is it fair to say, Coolio, that your celebrity is the reason why your voice is in danger? Like, is you speaking out?
Say it one more time.
You being the celebrity that you are, and you being having the platform that you do, and your word obviously getting to masses and speaking somewhat to power, is that the threat that comes to you, and it's the threat that is to them? Like, is your celebrity the reason why you feel as though you can't speak, and your family's life could potentially be in danger? Is that the reason? So in itself, is it a gift and a curse?
Yeah.
So even the brothers interviewing them know that his life is in danger. You know?
At one point in my career, people was fucking really listening to me. And they were really taking to heart what I had to say. People believed in me. And when I started doing music, I did music. I made music because I wanted to be heard as a man. I felt like that what I had to say could help people, and it might be important.
And then Coolio had some messages in his songs. His music was actually conscious for those who don't know. Coolio was rapping about his upbringing, his battles with addiction. He was rapping about life in the streets of LA. He was rapping about the ups, downs, trials, and tribulations. He was trying to help people in his music, help people heal. Now, let's make this clear. Music doesn't always have to be religious to actually help somebody. There are songs that you can play to this day that ain't a gospel, quote unquote, gospel song for all you religious folks out there. There's songs that you can play that can minister to you. You can go back to because you were going through that particular situation during that particular time. Everything don't have to be religious. So, you got brothers like Coolio that was making songs like Gangsta's Paradise. You know what I'm saying? And those songs was helping people who was in the hood, who was in them streets. It was healing people. And that's what he was trying to do with his music. Coolio wasn't bragging in his music. He wasn't rapping about, I'm shining on this and shining on that, and I'm stunting on this and stunting on that. He wasn't rapping like that. His music was creative. Yeah, somebody said it, like Slipping from DMX. Facts. I still play that joint, man, on a Reggie, that I'm slipping, I'm falling, gots to get up, bounce on so I can tish up. When you going through something and you in that mode of depression, who don't go back to play Slipping to get back up off your feet? Like, man, you know what? I got to clean up. I got to start eating better. I've been drinking too much. I've been doing this too much. I've been worried about the wrong things. I'm about to just bounce back, get up on my feet so I can get back to what I'm supposed to be getting back to. You play Slipping, that's what it do. You can't tell me it don't, bro. So it's like different songs, man. They minister to the people. It's all about your intentions, man. And Coolio said, as a man, that's what he was doing. Somebody said, New Breed, they're going to try to copyright you again. Nah, but if I sing Coolio Gangsta's Paradise, they will hit me with a copyright. And peep this. I put it under review, and they still overturned it. Hit me with a copyright. Said I had to share with Sony Records. That's what they did. So peep that. They said I had to share me just harmonizing his song and changing the words. They said I had to share my monetization with Sony Records. So what I think is that these record labels be eating immediately after these artists go. They be eating. You understand? To the point you can't even like harmonize this song. Yep. Somebody said Sony Records is known for being evil. Facts. Tony, what's his name? Tony Martello. Michael Jackson was telling you how evil he would. What Tommy Martello was. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy.
Information. I pay attention, and I might be able to help people. When I went platinum on my first album. When I went platinum, that meant that I went double platinum actually. That meant that I sold 2 million records. Now, maybe, who knows? Maybe one person bought 100 copies. But who knows? But for all intents and purposes, then that means that 1 million people at least heard my voice and heard my point of view from a musical standpoint.
And that's powerful. Having 1 million people hear your voice doing anything is powerful.
Mm-hmm. I've always been of the belief that if you have the opportunity to reach that many people, then you have the obligation to give them something that they need. Now, with music, you give people what they need, because people hate. Most people don't like what they need. People like what they want.
What he just said was golden. Most people don't like what they need. They like what they want. This is why brothers in the truth can be telling y'all the truth, telling you what's going on, and people don't want to hear that. People like what they want, even though what they want is microwave garbage. He said people don't want to accept what is needed. Man, that's real talk. And we see that every day with social media. Listen, what people need is this spiritual voltage, understanding what's going on in the world. But what people want is gossip, drama, sensationalism, lies, rumors, and innuendos and gossip. That's just the fact. That's the nature of the beast, man.
So I tried to mix it up. I tried to give people some of what they wanted, some of what they needed.
That's how you do it. That's called being a fisherman of men. Meaning you gotta come with a little style. You know what I'm saying? You gotta mix it up. You gotta give them something different. You can't be one way. You gotta keep it edgy. You gotta make sure it's cutting edge. And then you throw in that truth, because that's just how people are, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
I tried to create this balance. But the records, the way I came out with them, I do some fun shit, try to do some heavy shit, do some fun shit, do some heavy shit. That was my belief. I felt that was my obligation to the listeners or to my core fan base. I had the obligation to say something that they could use in their life on a daily basis to help them, not just do some shit that was fun or do some shit that was funny or do some shit that was gangster. I had to do some real shit too. So
he was trying to preach to the people at the same time, and that's how you do it.
And a lot of people don't give a fuck. All they do is give people what they want. And
that's all this new music is. They giving people what they want, and it's killing the people. The streets on fire because it's all this wickedness being played on the radio, just so people can get what they want. Diddy bop to some violence, drug use, sexual immorality, and so forth, so on and so forth. That's all people get. Now look at the streets.
If you look at music now, if you look at the world in general, from what I see, the balance is fucked up right now.
Yep.
If there's a such thing as evil and there's a such thing as good, with this hand being good and this hand being evil,
hold on.
Then fucking evil's up.
Hold on. Let me address this comment right here. LS says, "How to cold breed, never lukewarm." No. What Coolio is talking about is balance. That's not lukewarm. What I'm uttering is not being lukewarm. It's called being balanced. This is the issue with religious folks. And I'm really trying to weed my channel from a lot of people who are overly religious. Listen, being balanced. Do you know the name Israel is one who wrestled with the Most High? He wrestled for balance. Wrestled, meaning he was trying to find balance. Balance is the key to life, sir. Balance is not telling you to be lukewarm, meaning you being a hypocrite or you sinning on one side and then you being righteous on the other and you're double-minded. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to have balance if you are quote unquote fishermen of men. Matter of fact, the scriptures tell you be all things to all men. Do you not read those scriptures where it says be all things to all men? Meaning if you're going to reach somebody on a street level, we're talking music right now. If you're going to reach somebody in the street, you're going to have to make a song that sounds gutter, gritty, and street. If you want to reach people in the churches, you may take a gospel sample. If you want to reach people wherever, you got to switch it up. If you want to reach people overseas, you may want to throw together a little salsa mix or something. You know what I'm saying? It's called being balanced, bro. Like, please, with all the religious stuff, please don't come over here with that. If you don't get the message, then just keep it moving. Yeah, people want to be so religious that they are no earthly good. Balance is steadiness. Yeah, exactly. Stop trying to be holier than thou, man. He's talking about being balanced in his music so he can put a message out while at the same time keeping it fun for some people just so it can catch their attention.
Up here and goods, wait, no, goods up here and evil's out winning like a motherfucker. Evil is fucking winning right now.
And he right, evil is winning, man. There's no context to the music these days. You put a song on, it's all about killing, murder, popping pills, popping Molly, get mine a ski mask way, the fast way, selling dope, pushing P. Like it ain't no balance, bruh. They play the same songs on the radio. The top 40 songs are carbon copies. The top 40 songs they play on the radio are carbon copies, bruh.
And from man, I don't know what y'all see, from what I see, evil is fucking winning right now.
There ain't no balance. Even when you have a TV show, it's supposed to be balanced. It's supposed to be good in it, and the evil's supposed to be in it, so you can see how the good overcomes the evil. In these movies these days, they ain't even no balance. There's no balance. Everything's off kilter. Coolio was pointing out something.
And music is part of that. Music fucking influences people.
Music is the biggest part of that.
And you know, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. A lot of people try to say, "Oh, it's not my responsibility to teach your children," or it's not you know, what I say don't matter, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it do.
I say what the fuck I want to say, and blah, 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 blah. That's some bullshit. That's bullshit. What you say, especially if you're as popular as a Eminem or a 50 Cent or a Kendrick Lamar or a Coolio, Ice Cube, if you're that fucking popular, then what you say has some bearing and some merit.
Exactly. Coolio was holding his constituents and peers. He was holding them accountable as well, bro. Real talk.
And these children, people's children and grandchildren are fucking listening to what you have to say. And from my point of view, it's your responsibility to give them some of what they need.
It's our responsibility to give them something of what they need. They don't want OGs speaking the facts, man. That man feared for his life because he knew he was an elder in the game, and he knew he had a positive message, and he already had influence. They don't want us men out here to have no influence. I truly do not. In my spirit, in my heart, I do not feel like Coolio died of natural causes. There is nothing in me that feels like he died naturally. Everything that's in me is telling me that that man was sacrificed for this interview and for calling out the fact that they drinking adrenochrome. He been in Hollywood. I feel like it was foul play because of those two interviews and the ones he's been doing as of late. And now we have more news going on. I hope y'all ready because we still building tonight, y'all. We in it. It's been a while since I did a couple hours stream, so everybody get the engagement up because we got more to talk about this evening. We got more to talk about this evening because now we got little Boosie in hot water as well. He's in hot water by the letter gang for speaking something that we all should be talking about. Like, it's about time that we start standing behind the voices of reason. The few voices of reasons that we got sprinkled out, we got to stand behind them. And I want to say rest in peace to Coolio. He reminds me of like an uncle or something like that. He reminds me of like an uncle, a wise uncle who's seen some things and been some places. That's who he remind me of. I used to listen to his music back in the day. He's a good artist, in my opinion. Geraldo, thank you for the $10 super sticker. Highly appreciate it. Thanks for the support, bro. And again, I would like to say for his family, I don't want to share anything with Sony Records, but if it's a member of his family that y'all can share this video to, um, if it's a contribution that they would like from the monetization of this video, even if I don't monetize off of it, um, you know, I'm willing to, because I don't know what they're gonna do. You just never know with these platforms. But let's say hypothetically, I do receive a monetization. I don't mind sharing it with a family member. But as far as me sharing it with Sony Records, that doesn't seem right at all. Um, that doesn't seem right at all, unless it's going to be blessing the family. But I would need somebody to inbox me and let me know what's good. Adrian got next. Thank you for the $20 contribution. I appreciate it, brother. It says, Brother Breed, blessings to you and yours. Thank you, family. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. And now we got to talk about Lil Boosie, man. Because Lil Boosie said something that was on my mind when his Demented television show came out on Netflix. And now we got Boosie under hot water dealing with the damn letter group. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull this up. And what he said was just true. And allow me to share my screen with you all. Let's hear what Lil Boosie had to say about the Dahmer series off Netflix.
Us as blacks, we need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some sick shit. What he did to our race. This is some sick shit. We need to boycott this damn movie off Netflix.
Now listen. Let me tell y'all what Lil Boosie is. Lil Boosie is like a real hustler. He's a boss. He got into the position he's gotten to because he's business savvy. Yeah, he done things in the streets, but he made a name for himself. And Boosie does not have a boss. Boosie is an actual boss. And I mean that in the sense of looking at it from a business perspective. Little Boosie is not signed to a major label. Everything he does on his own. Little Boosie does not outsource anything. He puts out his own records, his own movies, his own music. So, with that being said, Lil Boosie, he jumps out there and says certain things, and what end up happening, yeah, he's completely independent. And what end up happening is the so-called powers that be would do certain things to Boosie, like keep pulling him over in traffic and things of that nature, because what they're attempting to do is shake the tree to find out if he has a boss. Because what end up happening in these fraternity and these fraternal cliques and orders and Masonic orders, what end up happening is they'll harass or mess with certain people just to see if they're going to get a phone call from somebody bigger, somebody higher up, somebody to pull them out of trouble, somebody that's there that's going to help them out. And then they always find out 10 times out of 10, no, Boosie is the boss of what he's doing. He is the guy that's on top, that has done it on his own. And so often he says things and he brings it out there, and he says things that no other artist will say. And this is something that I thought when the show first came out. I mean, I don't know why America keeps continue to romanticize over Jeffrey Dahmer. He was a sick freak who was murdering our people. And, you know, let's make this clear. Yeah, those guys was playing on the other side of the team, and I don't really deem them. How can I word this? Let me word this properly. The guys that Jeffrey Dahmer learned where they were living in sin, and they were living in perversion and wickedness. But what we got to realize is when it comes to psychological warfare, the images that's depicted on the screen, it plays a role on other generations. All right. It plays a role on the generations to come. They seeing our men, our melanated men, conducted in that sickness and that wicked behavior being murdered and eaten. And that's psychological warfare on another level, because that's what they did to us in slavery. They would barbecue us. They would eat us. They would R-word us. They would do this in front of our women and children. As of late, the LGBT actually got upset because after getting pushback for basically taking off the moniker or banner LGBT on the show, they got upset about that. Which goes on to prove that they're trying to mix two quote unquote marginalized groups, just like they did in the civil rights, when our people are being brutalized and eaten, but the LGBT mad because the label LGBT ain't on the show. So they trying to mix in with the plight of melanated people and make themselves a marginalized group the same way they did in the civil rights movement. That's literally what these people are doing, and it's sick. Your sexual preference is not, I repeat, not compared to the plight of melanated men. Let me repeat that. Your sexual orientation is no by any means in any comparison to the plight of melanated men. So what Boosie came out and said was real talk. He said, look, he said it plain as day. He spoke to him in plain English, condescended to the lowest level possible. All black people need to ban this show. And see, this is why Boosie gonna keep getting removed off of social media, because they fear his power, his influence. And he's doing it on his own with millions of followers.
This is sick. This is sick. The victim family should be getting paid off every dollar Netflix made.
That's a fact. And see, look, here's the thing. Why are the LGBT all of a sudden jumping on Boosie? They're actually attacking him already. Listen, he's defending. Look, Boosie's not even seeing sexual orientation. He's not even seeing sexual orientation. He said the victim's family. He's actually coming in defense of the victims' families. He's not even talking about their preference, and the LGBT is already bothering Lil Boosie. He's defending the families. And those guys were operating in sin. So Boosie, he don't care about that. He care about his people. How those images are being shown worldwide. We don't want to see our men being brutalized and eaten. America is sick, man. Throw that story of Dahmer away. He was a monster. Why? I mean, have some respect for the families. At least break bread with the families.
This is fucking sick. We need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some sick shit. It's sick. Hey, I need everybody to get up and go Boosie movie.
And yeah, Boosie got his movie coming out. Soon as his movie dropped, they removed him from social media. He's been trying to reach out to various rappers about his movie. And you know, he can't get a shout out. I'm gonna shout him out. I watched Lil Boosie's old movie. I think it was called Ghetto Stories. He does a good job with producing movies, man. But it is what it is.
I come and get my Water Boys movie. If you supported the first movie, I need you to support this one. You supported my struggle. I need you to support this one. Water Boys movie.
I haven't caught my struggle yet, but I seen that Ghetto Stories jump.
Out right now on BoosieMovie.com. Need y'all to go to Boosie.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch Boosie movie because he produced it on his own. And if I'm gonna watch a hood movie, I might as well watch it to somebody who have the gumption to stand up to at least the powers that be, and he's been blackballed several times by that coalition. So I'll support the man movie.
Movie.com. That's all I got is BoosieMovie.com. So I need y'all to go to Boosie Movie.
And he's basically saying that's all he got right now. Think about it. His social media, his Instagram was pretty much his living. Now Boosie was kind of showing out to begin with, having all those women on social media, twerking and whatnot. He was breaking the rules. But the last time he got removed from Instagram, they didn't give him no reason. So he's been blackballed. Now I want to show him. I got another video of him actually responding to the LGBT, actually bothering him and harassing him after he said what he said. Now, Pete, ladies and gentlemen, nothing Boosie said, nothing he said was against the LGBT. Nothing. Only thing the man said was that movie need to be banned. But you know what? Our people ain't gonna ban it. You know what? More than likely, it's our people watching it because they love to see the emasculation, castration, and assassination of the black male. They love to see it. This is what tickle people fancy these days, seeing us melanated men being destroyed. Now, I'm gonna play his response.
Pick up with me. I ain't even say nothing.
Hold up. Yo, hold on, man. Oh, I thought
Fuck. Y'all always come picking with me. Y'all gay people always coming on here picking with me. I ain't even say nothing to you. Your gay ass off here. Always come fucking with my comments. I didn't say nothing about you. Why y'all so offensive? I didn't say nothing about you. Why y'all so offensive? So mad. Why are you so mad all the time?
Oh. Hey, yo. Hey, hold up, man. Are you going back?
Why are y'all so offensive? I didn't say nothing about you. Why are y'all so offensive? So mad. Why are you so mad all the time?
And they bullies, man. They Sodom.
Why are you so fucking mad?
They bullies, man. They damn bullies, bro. Look, man, they mad because their body's about to lay in the streets. That's what it is. The vengeance of the Lord is coming. Jude 1:7 says, even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. That's what they mad about. If they want to be mad about something, be mad at Jude 1:7. Because y'all chasing that strange flesh out here. Listen, you destined for eternal fire. You want to be mad at that and change your life. It's Sonny. Thanks for the $10 contribution, bro. Thanks for bringing out this insightful info, Breed. Check your email. Was trying to collab with you on a song to expose these demons. That's what's up, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, man, I've been working on music all day, man. I done wrote like 3 songs today. And them joints is fire. I'm going to record them all at one time. Once I start recording, I'm going to know what features I need for what. And I'm just going to be sending those out. I'm just going to be sending songs out to people when I need hooks and verses. And I ain't going to need no hooks. I'm doing all my hooks. No, it might be a couple hooks I do with somebody else. I might get a singer or two. But, oh, man, the album's coming soon. Better believe it. It's coming. I told y'all in the next 4 months, I'm going to drop an album. So I'm going to work on that. When I'm not on YouTube making videos, I'm working on music. I'm always working. But look what Boosie got to say, because he's getting bullied after trying to ban Jeffrey Dahmer. He's getting bullied for trying to ban him. So what does that say? Hold on. What does that say? That Boosie is getting bullied after trying to get the Dahmer show banned, where a Caucasian serial killer is walking around brutalizing and eating melanated men. So look, LGBTQ, really, you're taking a loss for even going at this man, bothering this man. Because the guys who were being brutalized and eaten, they were part of the LGBT. They were part of your community. So what are you actually fighting for? So you mean to tell me so let me get this right. You romanticize over this Jeffrey Dahmer guy and a Caucasian homosexual who eats, yeah, he eats people. You got more sympathy for him than the actual victims? You got more sympathy for Jeffrey Dahmer than the actual victims. That's what you're telling me. That's what the community, that's what this letter community is trying to tell us. They have more sympathy for Dahmer than the men who actually murdered, right? Child of the light of the Most High, thanks for the $2 contribution. Says, Bree, do you write your own? Of course. Of course. Bro, I can't believe you asked me that. I'm a real artist, bro. I just said that I wrote 3 songs today. I just said that.
Cool, man. Take the dick and go ahead, man. Shit. Y'all always coming here fucking with me. I ain't got nothing against no gay people. Every time I get on live, y'all come in my shit. With y'all rainbows and shit. Every time. Come.
Hey, yo, we taking the rainbow back, bro. We gonna go ahead and take the rainbow back. We taking that back, man. That's a symbol that the Most High God would not flood the earth again. But he damn sure gonna burn this place up. Oh, Babylon finna burn. But we taking our rainbow back, y'all. I don't mind rainbows in my chat because I know what they represent. Jules C. Hit the wrong button. Jules C. Thank you for the $5 contribution. Says Shalom, happy Sabbath. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what we do. We take the rainbow back. Yeah, we do. That's the covenant right there. That's the bond. That's what we do. We empowering our true culture over here. Yeah. Let's continue.
I'm talking shit with y'all rainbows. Bro. Y'all bullies, bro.
Exactly. Y'all bullies.
Y'all bullies. Y'all bullies. Y'all are bullies. Y'all are bullies, bro. Y'all bullies, bro.
Yo, he kept it real, man. Sometimes you gotta laugh it off, man. Sometimes you have got to laugh it off. Somebody said, which moderator put me on timeout? You must have deserved it. My moderators don't play. My moderators are hand selected very carefully over here. Somebody said, why they get to have the rainbow? They don't get to have it. We taking that back. Thanks for the $5 contribution. Says, how long does it take to complete a track? Been writing for over a decade and I just haven't put anything out. Hey, man, it just depends, man. You got to get in the booth to find out how long it takes. You know, get you some studio time. My best advice is you practice the actual song multiple times before you go to the studio. You write the song, you continue to recite the song. Then when you go to the studio, you know, it's done seamlessly. Hey, Bree, if you or any artist need graphic design, I got you and it will be fire. Hey, Tony Laverne. Oh, man. Hey, Tony, we need to talk, bro. Hey, Tony Laverne, email me right after this show. Literally, right after this stream, I need your email. We're going to talk about it because today I thought about I know exactly what I want my album to cover to look like. Literally, I visualized my album cover, bro. I know exactly what I want, and I can describe it very well to you. I know exactly how I want my album cover to be. So the pretty much the work, only thing you gotta do is put it in the power. Let me know what your price is. We put it in the power, and we gonna get that done. Little Preacher, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says, who steals all the colors for real? You can't just claim all of the colors, right? Real talk. Don't y'all remember when, we was kids and we used to draw little pictures of our family, draw the little doggy, draw the little yard, draw the big old house. And then what used to make the photo pop when we was kids? We used to take one big old rainbow and put it over the house. And that picture used to pop. And now these people gonna take our rainbow. Hell nah. We want our rainbow back, damn it. Selfish, greedy ass people want to take our whole rainbow. That was the most innocent thing we had, was that big rainbow over the house. Now they want to take it. Y'all can't have the rainbow. The hell y'all need every color for?
Every time I get on live, bro, y'all bullies, bro. Y'all always trying to come bully me, bro. Like, I have nothing against gay people. My assistant manager is gay. Big gay.
Well, look, the thing is, man, Boosie didn't really say anything about gay people. Only thing he did was point out the obvious, that particular show that they're showing on Netflix is demonic. It's twisted as hell, and it need to be removed. It need to be removed. So it is what it is, man. I wonder if anybody want to chime in on a topic. Maybe I told y'all I would give y'all 2 hours today. So, man, I'm gonna go ahead and throw people in the chat. The last 30 minutes, I'm gonna send the invite out. It's been a while since I did one of those. If y'all want to chime in on your thoughts of this topic that we speaking on today, whether it be Coolio, if you want to share some insight on what you may know about that, or if you want to talk about the Boosie situation, if you want to talk about the Dahmer show and what your thoughts are on it, you're welcome to join. The link, and y'all know I don't really open up the link too often, but we're gonna do it tonight. Yeah, y'all see the link in the chat, and everybody thumb the video up. Brother Kent, thanks for the $20 contribution. Says, shalom, brother. Need a song with you, breathe. Your messages always hit hard. Oh, man, that's what's up, man. Hey, man, like if y'all got music, what you got to do is email it to me, or even if you just go on Instagram, send me links. Like, there's a lot of people who say they want to do songs, and then when I go on social media, I don't see no songs anywhere. Like, come on now, you got to be realistic now. A lot of people be like, and thanks for the contribution, by the way, brother. I appreciate it. And it's just for people in general. You got to be realistic now. If you have not put any songs out on social media, do you think it's fair to be asking people to do songs with them? Now, I really want y'all to consider that for a minute. If you don't have no music readily available in which I can watch it, listen to it, do you think it's fair to be asking people to do songs with them? Does that make sense to you? Anyway, I'm gonna add Sister Kim in the building. What's going on, Kim? How you doing? She just dropped out. All right. Yeah, thumb the video up, y'all. Thumb the video up. The StreamYard link is in the chat. I'm gonna give this a couple more minutes. If nobody want to click the link, it's all good. 'Cause I don't really see nobody in the chat. We got Reese in the building. Let me see here. Wow, that person dropped out. What's going on here? All right, I get one more person that come in and drop out like that. I don't know if it's my computer. What's going on? Why y'all just dropping out as soon as I'm clicking on it? This is weird. Hey, what's going on? LS. Hello. All right, we ending it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hold on, let's try this one. Reese, what's going on?
What's up, brother? I enjoy your videos. I just want to say that. And you have a great message, brother. I appreciate what you're doing. That's all I wanted to say. My bad though. Like when I came to join this, I didn't know that I was on here. I thought I had to like wait and be approved, so I didn't know how that worked.
Oh, it's no problem. So, do you have anything to add to the topic at hand? Did you catch the stream?
I just got off my shift. I kind of seen what you're saying about Jeffrey Dahmer. I watched that and So I actually have a random question. I asked this like in the chat. I'm kind of new to this truth, but so my grandpa, he's Mexican. I'm like white, and I have a Mexican last name. Like, what tribe would I be from? Like biblically.
Oh, biblically. Well,
Yeah.
you are who your father is, according to the Bible. And I don't really want to have a religious discussion, but what I will say is, man, if you serve the Most High, if you trying to be, honor the law, statutes, and commandments, and do it in
Every day.
yeah, if you do it, and if you're doing that in sincerity, and you trying to do the right thing in your life, and you taking a road less traveled, and you upholding to certain morals and principles, and you studying that word, brother, you'll be counted it. You'll be accounted amongst the good ones, man, amongst the righteous.
I've always like had something special in me before like I even came to the biblical truth. Like I would say like at one point I was into new age spirituality. I'm glad I got called to this, but I always had like a vision of where I wanted to be, but like
Right, brother. Right.
I was always set
got you,
apart,
brother.
so
But
I
listen,
got pulled to this. Yeah, I'm listening.
right. But let's just say this, Jew or Gentile, long as you following that truth, there's some Israelites that won't make it because they ain't in the spirit. So you just want to do the right thing, brother. Like, let's not get caught up in genealogy too much, especially if you surface level on the truth. But I want to stick to the topic, and the queue is loaded now, and there's a lot of people waiting in the queue. So I want to get to a couple people before I shut down.
All right, what was the topic, real quick?
Well, brother, it's okay. I'm gonna go to the next person because if you
All
didn't
right.
know the topic, you can't really chime in on it.
Yep, that's on me. All right. You have a good one, Breed. Thanks for having me on here.
All right, you too, bro. Peace.
Peace.
Yep. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna try to stick to the topic a little bit. We talking about the Lil Boosie situation, and we also talking about maybe what happened with Coolio. If it's something y'all want to bring out, it is what it is. Jada, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Brother New Breed?
I'm doing well. How's it going?
I'm doing good. So we talking about the Jeffrey Dahmer, correct? Or
Yeah, have you watched this stream, or are you just coming in?
yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I actually live in the city where this actually happened in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yep, it happened like literally down the street from where I live, and ever since the show came out, everybody been talking about it here, and they actually had people outside of his house. I think they were like protesting a little bit, but it was just like it happened years ago. Like this is like I believe the third movie or documentary they made about him, but it was just like seeing that everybody outside his house. It was just crazy.
Was this recent? They were out there outside the house?
Yep, this was like I think last week, like the beginning of last week, when it's like started getting popular and stuff.
Yeah. So the place to start, if people gonna really protest, would be right there where you at for real.
Yeah,
That get
they
rid
was
of it.
going crazy. I was like, man, but it's like it's been like that here, downtown and stuff. Cause he was actually staying like in the apartments that was downtown on Wells. But now I think it's a hotel or something now.
Right? Are they actually recording the series near there too, or are they recording somewhere else?
Yeah, they recorded the series somewhere else because when I was watching the actual show, they was showing bars and stuff, and like the scene just didn't look like it was here.
Right. Okay. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. That show need to be taken down though. It's kind of sick what they doing, but
Yep,
man,
this the third one they done made so far. So
right. What is their obsession with these damn serial killers?
yeah, they trying to make a whole lot of them. You ain't see that on Facebook when they was just talking about this. They need to make a movie about this guy, and they just bringing up different serial killers and stuff.
Right. Yeah, that's demented right there. But wow, that's quite interesting that that happened right where you at. Did
Hmm.
Are some of the families still in those locations, or do you know anything about that? Like far as the families and stuff?
Um, I know some of my family members because I'm a young, so I was still alive at this time, but I was little, so like
Right,
my granny and like my aunties and stuff, they was here around the time that it was actually going on.
right. Yeah, somebody in the chat said people got wicked fantasies. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. That's why they able to push these type of shows and get the numbers they get. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's crazy. But thanks for coming in. I got a couple more people I'm gonna let in the chat. Feel free to join the stream anytime I come on. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. All right.
Absolutely. Have a good one. All right. Cool. Cool. Uh, AJ, what's up?
Oh, what's up? What's up? How you doing today?
Man, I'm good. I'm good. What's
So,
going on?
oh, well, I'm doing good. I wanted to talk about the Boosie and the gay community in a way where it's like it seemed like they're really pushing black people to be the face of almost everything. It seemed like it's like they're really pushing like us to be this way, like victims. It's like they want us to be victimized on every platform almost, or
Right.
weaker. And it's just like kind of crazy because when you hear somebody that is melanated or like somebody that is seeing that truth, they get silent on that, and it's a repetitive thing like all the time.
Right. That's real talk though. I mean, we remember we had YG and Tiger wearing dresses and just all kind of things going on. And then it's like at the same time, while the melanated man is being emasculated and looking to be the face of that lifestyle, you got woman king. When it come to our community, the woman, she's on the movies as a king. So
And
it's like we can see exactly what they're doing.
yeah, I've
And
been seeing that too on the in the hip hop where there's a lot of women that are blowing up right now, or they're like a lot of women where they're like weakening men. It's like the whole entire agenda is to weaken the melanated man, and then at the same time, men in general. And
right,
dang, like they really pushing it harder like than ever because on Netflix, that's all they really kind of like putting out on now. It's just like having killers and like different types of like genders. Because every show that I watch now, even though when I enjoy it and stuff, you will see you see a black person or you see a white person on there, and then it's like, oh, huh, that's kind of interesting, because the new Chucky series they have the same thing kind of where a black dude and a melanated person that are gay together, and I
right.
like this show, but that's what they keep pushing every single show.
Yeah, it's getting difficult to even watch TV, man.
I
I
know,
spend most of my time researching or watching YouTube, to be honest with you. Like the Dahmer series, I didn't even attempt to watch that one because I knew what Jeffrey Dahmer did back in the day. Um, I don't know. Is it graphic? Like
I
is
didn't I didn't really get straight into it. And because I heard a lot of people talk about how like serious it is, and like you said, it's like hurting families and stuff like that. And at the
Right.
same time, it's cannibalism. So just like that's kind of brand new, where now they're talking about they eating people now, and it's
Right.
like that isn't that like kind of like, you know, in a way a ritual or like some type of like sacrifice in a way.
Oh, it
Because
definitely
why
is.
black men? Why their blood? What's so important about that? Because it seems like
Yeah.
that's what they keep doing. They keep pushing blood, or like they're trying to do DNA or a type of like race.
Exactly. No, that's exactly what it is, and it's actually I want to read something about a brief history on slavery, if you don't mind.
No, you
About
can go.
Yeah, this is on oa.org, and it's talking about slave consumption in the Old South, like actual slave consumption.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it says by the Civil War's last weary winter, Confederate Richmonds had become accustomed to pounding artillery echoing across nearby fields. Um, it goes on to say they would hold up when enslaved men and women did with cash and credit, meant to challenge the institutions of slavery in a world where masters doled in rudimentary food and raiment. Enslaved people uh, often spent cash to argument allotments. Hold on, let me go on. Let me show what was happening. That they were actually consuming them. Where is it at? Here we go. We got the cliff notes here. Uh, and here we go. We got cannibalism became a thing of the norm. The Portuguese schooner Arrogant was captured in the late 1837s. It says that the violent effect upon the group of enslaved Africans has been exceptional, became clearer, and more times arrived. Uh, Among those horrors, cannibalism was just one. R word, torture, beatings, sadistic murders, and another accusation of cannibalism, this one directed towards the ship's sailors, filled page after page after page in these dispositions. And they were also doing this to the Maroons as well
But
in
does
Jamaica.
cannibalism make you sick though? Like, can another person digest another person though?
Man, I'm sure they were doing it. They were doing it. I don't think these people are all the way human.
That's what it sounds like, because it's like, how can another person consume another person, or have that, you know, stomach to do that, or like, because it isn't, I heard it's poisonous in a way.
I mean, I think they perfected on which parts of the person they would. And I don't want to get too graphic, but
Yeah,
I think they know what they're doing,
they
and
have to, because
it's
they've been
sick
doing
though.
it in everything, like Pizzagate and stuff like that too.
Yep. We talking about cannibals. We talking about the real blood drinkers, those who got the Viking blood. They out here. They out here about that, and I think they put out movies like this to show um, what they're really into. They really have a fetish of these things, and they've been glorifying this behavior for a long time now. And yes, spirit. Somebody bring it up. Build a bill brung up spirit cooking. Yep. And it's
Mm.
rumored. Absolutely. There's another sister in the chat said it's rumored that they put human flesh in some of the fast food. And I remember several years ago, I played a rabbi that said they put fetal tissue in the matzo balls and the cheeseburgers.
Oh yeah, I remember that stream.
Yep. Oh yeah, you've been around for a while then, bro.
Yeah, I've been around for a long time. I've been listening to you for a long time, sir.
Hey
Like a
man,
long,
that's
long
what's up.
time. Before
Nah,
even the Corona thing even happened. Like, I think I was there when you started the NoFap thing, to be honest.
right, man. That's a blessing, bro. I'm glad to have you around, man. It was an honor to have you on the show, man.
No, I appreciate it. I've been trying to talk to you for a long time.
Hey man, that's a blessing, bro. Well, I'm gonna try to go ahead and let a couple more people in before I reach my time constraints. But thanks for coming on, brother, and chiming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, have a good one.
Mhm.
All right, peace. All right, I'm gonna bring in Charity Ivy. How you doing, sis?
Hey, how you doing, Newbie? Bless you and your family.
Hey, blessings. I'm doing well.
It's good. It looks like it. I'm so happy for you. I've been with you for a while, and I'm gonna start contributing more, um, financially, because I agree with what you're doing and how you're building. and I just been in a hard way for a minute, but I totally am behind everything you do. And to stay on subject, like you said, I just think all these shows about these serial killers should be just abolished. They shouldn't be made. They should make documentaries about the families, about the people who were, murdered, or their families, or what they were going to do with their lives that were cut short. And I just think it's really sickening that this is the world we live in, that this is what it just shows you, the Bible says that people, you see people by their fruit. We're in this world but not of it, but it just shows you what we're in right now. So people say it real, and I really mean it. Come Lord Jesus, because I don't belong here. And I just want to bless you for your everything you do, and for your standing up, and there's so many more brothers that I need. I mean, I think that needs to I wish there were more of you.
Well, thank you, sister. I appreciate you. Thank you for showing your support. And you're right. I actually agree with you wholeheartedly. That would be way more beneficial and proactive for a society if they would actually show what happens to the families when certain people's lives are being cut short, opposed to glorifying and romanticizing after these serial killers and making documentary after documentary, show after show off of them. And one thing I like to ask people in general, what's the price of entertainment? Especially when a whole demographic of people are being pretty much demonized because of what's being shown. Like we gotta stop feeding into it.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're right about that. And I recently just cut off all my secular music. I didn't know who Little Boosie was. I was listening to the stream. I don't know a lot of new people, but I only know some of the old people from back in the days. But I didn't really listen to them. I just had to because some of my older siblings did. But they didn't push them, and I think those are the guys that should have been pushed or should be making money. Like you said, this guy knew Boosie is independent. I like that idea. And like if KRS-One or that girl that used to debate the presidents, I forget, I was young, they were the people that people looked up to, then maybe our community could get together a little bit better. And I don't think Coolio died of natural causes all of a sudden. I just don't.
Right. And let me make this clear. I'm not saying, for those watching, we're not saying that Boosie is a saint. I know some of his music. Yeah, you don't know him. I know earlier, I'm just clearing it up for my sake. I know I said earlier, I do like some of Boosie's music. Not saying he's a saint or anything like that, but we should applaud people who are gonna do it on their own, like your Dame Dashes, your Little Boosies, and so forth. Right. Because they're actually creating more opportunities for us when you look at it in hindsight, because they're giving us the blueprint on how to be independent, and we should really stand behind that.
Yes.
Yep. And as far as Coolio go, it really doesn't seem like he died of natural cause. I agree with you, sis. Like
it's just too random, and just as soon as this happened, boom, he's gone of natural causes. I just don't believe it. At 59 years old, he was a young soul. And I know we live a lot longer than that. And those vampires are really out here. And I just want to bless you and your family. And I'll be seeing you around.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Charity. You have a blessed evening. Thank you.
You
for
too.
joining. All
God
right.
bless you.
Bless you. All right. We're gonna let let's see. Nicole, how you doing?
Hey, yo, hi. So good. Thank you for letting me come on. I appreciate it. I fought with myself to get on here and speak. So I wanted to say regarding Bootsy, I definitely support. I didn't know all of that. I didn't even think about, my mind didn't open up to that. But when I did see the preview for the Dahmer thing, it definitely hit in a way where it was like, whoa, we're back on that again. I'm not feeling it. It was creepy. I didn't like the feeling that it left. And I'm not going to lie. Me and my son watched 2 episodes. We were supposed to watch it together. But after listening to you tonight and hearing the great points that you and Bootsy have made on that, I'm not going to watch it. I'm not. And I will definitely push to let others know, because I know a lot of people have been talking about it and watching it. And it goes right along with that movie King. I listened to a fella, and he was stating, like they were tearing down black men, so, and that didn't sit well. We need to be able to uplift each other and build, and can't live in such a negative way. So
Right.
I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Chiming that in and throwing that out there, because I'm hoping that other people watching actually get the same message out of it, because instead of us actually supporting Netflix with watching that, just clicking and giving our view, because we seem to be the consumers. We seem to be the consumers when it comes to entertainment. Instead of giving that our clicks, our views, and our watch time hours, we really should promote people who are independent, that are doing it within our people. We really got to start to shift gears, because these people, they don't care about us. They want to they literally are showing us that they want to cannibalize us.
Right.
They're showing that they want to emasculate our men, and they want to cannibalize our people. And they also, I feel like they're putting a battery in the back of a lot of demon seeds that are being raised in certain areas, that young kids who play Call of Duty all day, experiment with LSD and all kind of drugs and psychotropics. And as they pass certain laws out here in this world, it seems like they're putting that battery in their back to get out here and make it open game on our people. That's what it really feels like, especially when you look at some of the laws that's being passed, such as the law over there in Chicago on January 1st and so forth. So it's subliminal messaging. Yeah, it's subliminal messaging. And we gotta really gird up and wake up and pay attention to what's going on. That's a fact.
You're right. It breaks my heart to see all the different things that are taking place between the movies and the TV. And like you said, the music, it definitely plays a major role. And I remember Boosie was talking about that before too, how they're forcing it on us and everything. And I understood that, because there's a lot of things that it does make me cringe when I see certain things on TV I don't remember seeing when I was young. It was much different. I remember, cartoons on Saturday morning where we get up and have a bowl of cereal and chill as kids and just go outside and play. And times have changed, and we are in a wicked time, and it's a scary thought. That is for sure. Real quick, I want to step back to Dahmer thing. The young man in the one that got away, I think his name was Tracy something. I don't know, but I remember I was just like, my heart when I saw the first episode and they showed him, basically, fighting for his life. He had to do certain things to try to get away. It make me want to cry. Okay, so anyhow, he had to get away. He got away. And then I just talked to one of my best friends last night. And she says that they're making memes on the internet or little videos and making jokes about this. Well, he was a young black man then, and he's not now, because time has went on. But they laughed about how he had to do certain things in order to save his life and move on, and make jokes about it. And when I saw the Dahmer thing, I was like, wow. And if people are making jokes like that, you can only imagine what these victims' families and the guy that got away must feel about how these people are laughing about his traumatic experience. And then there was another video on the internet my son showed me where, I don't know, some young brother had made a song up about that whole situation and that man that had got away, and how he was traumatized, and how it changed his life, how he went to prison, how he became a drug addict, how he became a homeless man, and how he killed another black man. And it could only imagine all that had to come from, it festered from that situation. And then to open all that up, it just breaks my heart.
Right.
So,
and have it constantly replayed. And, that's real detrimental, and it's wicked. And, and although the lifestyle of these individuals are blurring the lines of morality, especially according to biblical principles in which we stand by, but at the same time, we can't have this marginalized group actually making this Dahmer character look heroic in a sense. That's what it almost seems like. It's almost like they're pandering to that specific group while making this individual look heroic. At the same time, the victims of this individual have to replay this
Man,
traumatic experience, the families have to, because these victims, a lot of them are not there. I
right,
don't know who got away. I don't remember how many people he got, who Dahmer actually got, but I remember on the news back in the day, they found a lot of remains in those houses.
right,
And I think the numbers were like they were in the tens to they was in the 20s to 30s, I think, of the remains of
mhm,
different people that they found. So
right,
that's just sick. That's demented on a
right.
whole level. Yep. Mm.
Man, it's just it's overwhelming. I appreciate you taking my call. I just needed to get that off my chest. Because I was really upset and concerned about the man that got away, and I don't know if he's still alive. I imagine he's got to be, and the way his life has turned out, and then they have to be reminding them to make fun of him on the internet when he was trying to fight for his life. You can't even imagine being in a situation like that. I mean, it's just crazy. So, thank
Right.
you. God bless all of you.
You're welcome. Bless you, sister. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yes. Yep.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see. We got Melanin Mina.
Nina, it's okay. It's Melanie Nina.
Sorry about
That
that.
Jeffrey Dahmer show was really sickening. Like, I couldn't even get to watch the third season because it was just too sickening, too demonic, too much stuff that was just not right about
Right.
it in my spirit. It didn't sit right in my spirit what he was doing, and
Now
it was just sickening.
I haven't watched the show, but let me ask you this: the actress, the actress in the show, I've seen her before. You know her name? What's her name?
Niecy Nash or something, right?
DC Nash, right?
Hmm.
What role is she playing in that? In that
She's she's playing like a role that she's calling the police. She's hearing things like they let it was like I guess a Mexican or not trying to be smart, a Mexican child. He ended up getting away, but he was outside the apartment and Nishi Nash and her daughter was out there talking to him, but the cops came and they let Jeffrey Dahmer take this boy back in. And he was only 14.
So niece Nash is his neighbor.
Yeah, and she keep reporting and trying to tell people what is going on, but nobody is believing her. Nobody's believing her what she's saying or what she actually saying.
Right.
And she hearing by you living next door and in apartments, you hearing things, you hearing noises and stuff, you hearing people screaming for help and everything. So she's been reporting it, but nobody has been actually doing anything about it. So it goes to show how the police ignore everything we say or what we do.
So you know what, that points to something more daunting to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
It
think?
do.
I think a lot of these things that happen are organized, and
Mm-hmm.
I think people know about it. I think the law enforcement be knowing about it, but I could be a conspiracy theorist. I don't want to go over people's head, but I
No,
feel like
but
well,
it's like when you was if you watch the little documentary joints, it's like he moved in a neighborhood of colored people,
right.
people of color. So it's like you target them. That's a hate crime. That's a hate crime. You target people. You was targeting people.
Mm.
And he actually drugged the young man. He drugged the 14-year-old boy and told him and said, "Oh, I thought you was gonna die. I didn't think you was gonna wake up." And he put something in his drink and he drugged him. But the young man was paralyzed, so whatever he put in that drink, only thing he could do was just move his eyes.
Wow.
That was some sicko stuff.
Right. And for him to get away with that, and he had a neighbor. So I'm what so they were in an apartment complex or a house,
It
because
was I think it was like a apartment complex. Yeah, like the buildings, the apartment complexes. Yup.
oh man, that's why I be thinking sometimes these things are like organized and orchestrated through law.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
there are little torture rings that are set up all across the country, and things happen like this right in the underbelly of the city, where though the powers that be, they know about certain issues that happen in the community, and even like when these individuals get these sanctions to come into our community in blackface, and do certain things. I think every now and then and every so often the powers that be let these kind of things happen. But that's a rabbit hole right there.
No, no, you right about that though. No, you're right about that. They be knowing what's going on. Come on. The
Right.
CIA been in Hollywood, running Hollywood for how long? They
Mhm.
just evil and demonic. They don't have no souls. They don't have no compassion. They don't know how to love or care for people. So we
Right.
know they sickos. But
Yeah.
that's all I wanted to say. Thank you, brother,
Thank
for letting me on.
you.
And I
Absolutely.
appreciate everything you do and how you you showed me, like, you taught me how to, me and my husband listen to you. So you showed us how to respect ourselves as women, as a woman should be. My mom was from the old school, so she always put it out there too. So it's a blessing. It's a blessing to have people like y'all around, like-minded people. Because
Oh,
everybody don't have that spiritual gift or that spiritual eye.
that's such a blessing. That
And
that was a blessing. I thank you for telling me that. I
right.
appreciate
And you know what? I found your channel like around when COVID or before COVID hit. And I said, this brother on to something. He's on to something. So I appreciate it. And thank you for letting me come on the show.
You're welcome anytime. Thank you, Melon, and I appreciate you. Have
All
a
right.
blessed day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, man. That's something else right there. You can't tell me that the powers that be ain't know that you live in an apartment complex where all these bodies getting stacked up. You got a neighbor that's constantly calling the police. I'm telling you. Somebody said Dahmer was an MK Ultra experiment. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt if he had CIA connections. I wouldn't doubt if he was just a plant sent forth to do what he did. I don't doubt these things because how is he being immortalized in this way? I would not doubt that. Let's see. Let's see. Let's get a couple people, more people in. Um, we got JX Flex. What's going on, JX?
Oh man, I would just say, can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Man, I would just say, please let him pick me. Please let him pick me. Man, I've been watching your channel on a whole lot, man. You always say it's your brother New Breed, brother Emmanuel, coming back at you, man. I've been watching you and on Rango TV Raw and
Hey,
Blackmail
shout
Advice and Mark the Messenger, man. He been doing a lot of good things, man. And at the time, Reluctant Not Be, he was doing this thing. So I've been on there for about since 2015, man. I've been watching you guys for a long time, man.
that's what's
But
up,
just
man.
trying to get up in there in the word, man. But when looking at this Jeffrey Dahmer, I was talking to my girlfriend about it, and I ain't seen it, but one thing she was telling me about a lot of stuff this guy's been doing, and I go back to the scriptures of Isaiah chapter 45, and I was like, this is nothing new. This is basically nothing new under the sun. This has been going on since the very much times.
Mm-hmm.
See, at the same time, you have to look at it. I was looking at it like, okay, if this man is being gay and pretty much, and you luring other gay men into his spot. Remember, the Most High does light. He created light and darkness. He created good and evil. He
Mm-hmm.
does all these things. I have to look at it that. But correct me if I'm wrong. But when I look at how our people been treated like that, especially in neighborhoods, because anytime we move in as a whole, as black folks live in the we move into neighborhoods and stuff, we depreciate value. And what's really they don't understand is how we kill each other in these cities because we depreciate in market value in the property. See, everything is about chess and monopoly. If anybody else don't remember, or you don't remember everything I said from this conversation, everything's about chess and monopoly. And pretty much they do a lot of monopoly. They play the chess game with our own people. But when dealing with Jeffrey Dahmer here, they put him under there to do a lot of pretty much extortion execution. They already know. It's kind of like the mafia thing. And they're allowing this to happen. And for what my girlfriend was telling me about the backstory of this was his father used to have him dissect dead animals or carcasses. And I told him, I said, you have to look at it like this. This ain't a psychological thing. This is a demonic thing. Anytime you open a portal or up to a demonic possession, It was a demonic possession on him when he was a little kid. That's not a human no more. That's a demon that's basically inhabited his body since childbirth.
Right. So
Basically,
he was probably pretty much more so trained to do what it is he did. Um,
exactly.
and they purposely placed them in our communities. And I can attest to that. I think that you're
Mhm.
on to something. Um,
Yeah,
I think
you have
that's a
to.
fact. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly, because you have to look at it like this. Even when it comes down to like this, everybody knows we're in the last days. Evil's good, good is evil, and they use the term as ignorance is bliss. When Bootsy, I'm gonna tell you like this: when you have a lot of rappers and stuff that come out and speak against all that, they get a couple of warnings and stuff, and some of them get knee deep into it. When you was talking about Michael Jackson too, he was into it, but when he realized what was really going on, they really got rid of him though. And it's certain thing with Prince because everybody knows he didn't die from AIDS. The man was like a vegetarian. So where Coolio was coming out with a whole situation about everything else about Hollywood and rituals and everything else like this is nothing new on the sun with the ancient Egyptians, the Greeks and Romans did back in the day. They're basically using that to weaken us as black men, as basically the power of our melanin. What I was saying is, anytime you go to a plasma center or anything, I donated plasma, but really you're supposed to get $500 off of everything, including how much we valuable in our melanin. And it's a lie to us because when basically Hitler said about to his soldier that we are God's jewels, we're literally walking gold. We're really walking treasures because the value that we have from even from our skin to our bodies is like no other, and they're trying to emulate it. From what I
Right.
go after that with, I'm gonna say this one thing with Little Bootsy. I'll call it the LGBTDQ. The D stands for Decepticons, and I understand what's really going on. They're a bunch of bullies anyway, and I really say that because I don't fear them because the Most High created this planet, man. So he just speak out the truth of it. Our people, my last thing I'm gonna say is our people gonna rise up and they're gonna get tired of it one day and gonna start taking vigilante justice into their own hands. I am tired of seeing this.
Well, I think it's gonna come a time where the whole United States is gonna be under vigilante justice because what it seems to be happening from what I see is they're weakening the nations through the television, and
Mm-hmm.
they're basically setting an environment in which chaos can ensue, all while removing police presence, all while passing certain laws to make it so it's vigilante justice. That's what has to take place for Babylon to actually fall. It seems like it's basically being imploded from the inside. Um,
Yeah,
it
it's
is
more
what
like
it is. That's
a,
prophecy. But brother, we do got a loaded queue, and
I know, brother. I'm
I'm
glad I
actually
get the message out.
absolutely I'm timing each guest, so it is about time I let the next guest in. But thank you for joining, brother.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you and shalom. Thank you for everything.
All right, shalom and peace.
Peace.
All right, let's see. We got we got New Glip. What's going on, New Glip? Shalom,
Hello,
brother.
brother. How you doing?
I'm well. How's
Can
it
you hear me?
going? Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Yeah, man. I just wanted to check in. I've been watching your channel for probably like 3 or 4 years now.
Oh,
And
that's
just
pleasure.
contribute a little bit to the discussion at hand tonight.
For sure.
I actually rode the bus with the young lady who plays one of the victim's sister in the Netflix show or movie.
Wow.
So to see her on social media playing somebody associated with the story was crazy. But
Wow. So
what I
you
wanted to,
are
I'm
you in
sorry.
Milwaukee by any chance?
No. I'm down in Florida.
So that's where the actual show is being recorded in Florida.
I'm not sure. I knew this young lady from school
Okay.
back in the
Okay.
day.
Got you.
But what I wanted to touch on was that we gotta remember that, especially being chosen people, what you see also generates into your subconscious and into the world.
Mm.
You are a electromagnetic generator and receiver, as is the place that we're on. Um, So with these rituals is really what they are. When they keep planting and programming your mind, you get accustomed to that, and you're going to be projecting that out into the world. So a lot of this stuff is really like trauma. It's trauma rituals because they program it with the color, sounds, dates. If you notice the time that this is released, it's going into the harvest season, and you know the rituals are associated with the times that we move in. It's always around moons and changing of seasons and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So and to what the previous, a couple people back tapped into about the blood, Leviticus specifically tells you why, the Most High made these rules for a reason. Is because people in the world is doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like to be a separated and set apart people, to follow, as you say, the law, statutes, and commandments. Leviticus 17 was really clear about that. Don't do it because the life is in the blood.
Right.
And when people start tapping into to that type of stuff, to that wicked stuff, they're really doing black magic. And I agree with what you said as far as the different places being set up. If you go into etymology and the study of words and the study of the origin of words, a lot of the states and cities and grid system is set up based on principalities. So there's principalities over Chicago, there's principalities over New York, there's principalities over, different places. And the rituals and the way the streets are set up generates things where they can summon these beings and these deities and do rituals. So, I just want to say, protect yourself to all the people that's tuned in. And
no, that's actually powerful advice, and that's some great insight. And you're absolutely correct. Even some of the infrastructure is symbolic. It harvests a lot of energy. Washington, D.C. is one of those places. New York, Los Angeles, especially D.C. D.C. is kind of like, they got the obelisk, the whole thing built in a pentagram pretty much. So they do harvest energy, sort of like if you were to take a computer. If you ever take a computer apart and look down on a computer, like actually look at the inside of the computer, how the structure is and how it cultivates energy through that structure, it's the same. It looks exactly the same way. The cities look like the inside of a computer where that information is generated. So when you look at the city like a big circuit board, that's basically what the city is, a circuit board.
Absolutely right.
And it's harvesting energy. Each city has a certain energy. And that's why I shout out to Pastor Dow. That brother been teaching for a while to get out of these cities. They're actually very dangerous in the city. So if you can get somewhere a little bit more rural, a little bit more country, that's better for you. Although, listen, the Most High God protects us in all places, but we must not be foolish, and we can do the best of our ability to get out of harm's way in some of these places. But that's real talk, brother.
For sure. I don't want to hold the time, but I do appreciate all the work you're doing, man. And blessings and prosperity to everybody involved.
You too, my brother. Thanks for calling in. Join us anytime. Thank you, family. All right, shalom. All right, we got let's see. One moment. All right, so we're gonna take one more guess, and we're gonna go with Truth Rises. What's going on, Truth Rises?
What's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're loud and clear.
What's going on? Just if you didn't mind, I wanted to spit a verse, man. I've been trying to rap with you for a minute. I ain't got nothing like set up as far as like I need to work on like recording and all that. I'm familiar with it.
Hey, listen, bro. Listen, I know, man, but this the last guess. How about this? You send me something through Instagram for that. Let me get one more guest that's gonna be on this topic, though. That's only fair to everybody watching the show.
No doubt, appreciate it.
All right, brother. Just hit me up on IG.
For sure.
All right, peace.
Peace.
All right. right. We're gonna let one more guest then. All right. All right. LS.
There it is. What's up, Breed?
What's going on with you, brother?
Man, just so you know, it wasn't personal what I said. I just feel like people need to be given the truth. You know what I'm saying? But to get on topic, man, Boosie that fire. You know, from what he said about Mike Tyson, let's be real, he'll be dead because he brought his boys with him to talk about the LGBTQ stuff with Tyson, because Tyson's daughter is part of that group.
I didn't
And
know. I didn't know Boosie said anything about Tyson. But
oh yeah,
what do you think about what he said about the show? Do you agree that we should be banning this show as melanated folks?
oh, absolutely. Man, I ain't giving that a second thought of watching it the same way with Woman King. When I seen the
Right.
title, we got to realize when they trying to program us. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And they tell you straight up that they even conceive something like the Woman King is disgusting.
The damn oxymoron. What the hell is a woman king?
Yeah, I mean, it's like they don't want women to be satisfied with being queens, and I'm so proud of the sisters who see this and ain't falling for it. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Because we got some who are, you know, and that does not help us as a group. Not that the women are in front of us, but we do need them in order to keep going. You know, we got to produce, and that's part of the LGBTQ agenda, is to depopulate our numbers. They don't want us around, but real. Let's keep it 100% real. If we wanted to get rid of every white person, we could do that without firing a single shot, and it's called interracial dating. I'm not saying I'm not against it, and I'm not promoting it either. I'm just saying that's a fact because we carry the dominant gene.
Yeah,
You
that's
see
true.
what happened to the Italians when Hannibal showed up. Now all of them got black hair and darker skin.
Right. That's true. Now,
You know,
what do you think about was you a fan of Coolio? What you think about Coolio?
man, what you said about at the beginning of the show when you broke down those numbers, yeah, I mean, it's not even a way to dispute that they took him out, because only the enemy would line up numbers like that in order to promote a satanic message, and then to eliminate him for what he was saying. I mean, that happens all the time. Michael Jackson been onto their stuff. Really, I don't understand why they waited so long to take him out, because it just recently came out that they didn't want Michael Jackson to make that the video when he was in Africa. Do you remember the time?
Right. I
They did
remember.
not want him to use all black people in those positions, because that's what Egyptians look like.
Right.
That's what there was no way Moses or Joseph could have ascended to the heights of the pharaonic, if that's how you're supposed to say it, or the Egyptian empire, if they didn't look like them. The same way they built that Suez Canal to try and make us think that Israel is separate from Africa.
Right.
You know, dude, the game's so slimy. You know, I'll be so happy when the Lord eliminates Satan, put him in his cell where he'll never return from, because it's wreaked so much havoc on our community, and not just our community, mankind as a whole. You know,
Absolutely.
you got with this Dharma flick, they got Niecy Nash as the neighbor. Well, that's the Woman King. They done made the Woman King the neighbor,
Uh,
cause
I
she
think I think the woman king is played by damn
Viola Davis.
Viola
No,
Davis. Right.
yeah, I'm saying that like in a almost in a metaphorical sense, because
Oh,
by Niecy Nash is a part of the LGBTQ, and
really?
that's who you make the neighbor. She got a whole, and I don't even like saying people who are in same sex relationships have wives or have husbands, because you don't. You just with somebody you want to be with, and you can go do that, but don't be out here trying to put it on everybody out here and leave the children alone. Dang,
Exactly.
You want to go take the pipe in your butt? Go for it.
Oh
Leave
man,
everybody else out of it.
right. But man, that's interesting that Niece Nash played for that team and they threw her up in that movie, which points to a bigger picture too. That points to something even bigger, showing that a film like that, she's being in that film. That just shows how orchestrated it is, and they had to throw a melanated woman in it as a form of agreement.
Yeah,
That,
and
that's the
she,
agreement right there. Yep, have somebody from our nationality agree on this. So a big star agree on it, and
and,
that's
and
just
she like and she like the. I guess you could say I haven't watched it, but hearing what's being described tonight, it seems like she's supposed to be some kind of hero because she called the police. That's why I said so. So the woman can't live next door. Man, man, dude. I'm glad.
hey,
I'm glad he's doing his own thing. I'm glad he stood up to Gay Z like he did, Mr. Hova, who hang around Mariana Abramovich with the spirit cooking and all that garbage. Man, what the word say, Bree? Even so, Lord, come quickly.
oh yeah, for sure, man. Hey man, you bringing it out. All
Yeah.
praise
So
to the Most
so
High.
so man, when I come like that in the chat, it's never personal.
Hold on, well I don't
Just,
know what you did in the chat, bro.
no, I was just saying that, when it came to Coolio, you were saying that we kind of need to get him a little salt, a little sugar with the medicine to try and make it go down. I'm paraphrasing
Okay,
what
that
you
was
said.
you. That was you. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. It
Well,
wasn't personal. It wasn't personal. It's just I feel like people need to get that straight truth. And if they can't handle it, then so be it. It ain't really for them. You
yeah,
know what I'm
but
saying? They can't handle it.
yeah, but I understand where you're coming from, but it's a thin line between somebody being balanced and being a fisherman than somebody just being all out lukewarm. Not saying that Coolio was a saint either, because he had his past just like all of us had a past. But
Absolutely.
I think in his age and his stature that he was really on the lines of leaning towards trying to help the people out. I mean, I feel that in my spirit. Same thing with DMX. Often people change, man. When
Hey,
you survive certain things and you know what your intentions were when you were trying to bring people in, you had to throw in some of the sugar and some of the salt together. But all in all, when that man grew, we all grow and we all change. So I want
same,
to say rest in peace to the man Coolio. Rest in peace to the man and his family. My condolences on that.
same way with Pimp C. But just
Yep.
side note though, I went out to your spot out in Fayetteville, man, and got me some vitamins.
Oh yeah, you went out to that spot out there. That's what's up, man. That's a
And
good.
look, I had to kind of find it because I had to, look in the background of the video that you did about it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, go Fayetteville. I'm gonna find this spot, and I dug it out.
that's what's up. Yeah, the sweet little lady in there. She's still in there, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. They got 100%. It's another spot you might want to check out too. It's on Moreland. It's called Sevenanda, and we
Oh,
own that. Me, black people.
okay, that's what's up. So you out here where I'm at. What's up?
Oh, yeah. Born and raised. Born and
That's
raised.
that's what's up, my brother. Well, man, keep in touch, brother. Hit me up in the IG jump, touch bases. It's an honor building with you. I'm glad you joined and shared your insight. Good stuff, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give the people my closing sentiments. But thank you for joining, bro.
It's all good. Pray without ceasing.
All right, same here. All right, thank you, brother. Peace. Yes. Man, oh man. Powerful show, powerful show. I know we had a little setback at the beginning trying to find the content. Shout out to Ringo TV Raw because he actually sent me the right clip. I don't know what happened earlier. I had it and it just vanished on me, but he looked out. Shout out to all the callers. Y'all know I don't often open up the lines. Um, the likes are supposedly pretty much matching the views, so we gonna leave this on YouTube if we can, long as they don't you know find any issues. But it's always an honor and a blessing to build with y'all, man. RIP Coolio. Shout out to Lil Boosie. Go support his movie. If anybody have the website where you can find Lil Boosie movie, throw it in the chat. It's time that we support our people's work. This look at this adult dating site just keep on hitting me up. Look, man, they always in here, right? The spammers is always in here.
Got me fucked up.
We'll get them up out of there. But it's always an honor building with y'all, man. We got more content coming. Yeah, some of y'all may can catch this on a replay. Everybody, if you haven't liked the video, mash that like and share it everywhere. All right, share this video everywhere. Let's get the word out. Thank y'all for catching another broadcast. I want y'all to have a blessed evening. With that being said, shalom and peace.